Okay, this might be the weirdest video we've ever done. But low-key AI is saying that UNC should probably win the basketball game. AI is taking over everything and analytics have already taken over sports. So it got me thinking, what would AI say is the formula for UNC to beat Duke this weekend at the D.N.E. Smith Center? And honestly, it was actually pretty good. According to AI, the blueprint for how UNC beats Duke to upset the Blue Devils and secure a critical resume win, the Tar Heels need to execute on these three specific strategic fronts. One, exploit the front court advantage. Two, fix the perimeter defense immediately. That's bold in parentheses. Three, play a full 40 minutes in parentheses, no lapses. So we break these down to exploit the front court advantage. The matchup between UNC's duo of Caleb Wilson and Henry Vasar gives them a size and versatility advantage over Duke's interior. Now, with that initial point, the thing that I would say about this overwhelming them with versatility advantage and size against Duke, I don't know if it's necessarily going to be that simple, especially when you add that Duke also has other versatile wings that can defend multiple positions like Sar and like Malik Brown. But nonetheless, that is where you should probably attack if you're Carolina. The strategy, UNC needs to play inside out. Absolutely agree. If they can get Duke's freshman sensation Cameron Boozer or center Patrick Ngangba into early foul trouble, Duke's rotation becomes significantly thinner. Key stat, Duke has an elite 2-point defense, so UNC must be physical on the glass to get second chance points, an area where Wilson excels. Pretty solid. 2, fix the perimeter defense immediately. Absolutely. This has been UNC's Achilles heels in conference play. The problem, in their recent ACC loss against Cal, UNC allowed opponents to shoot over 50% from three. With Duke, they have dangerous shooters such as Isaiah Evans who can get hot quickly. The fix for this problem says Seth Trimble and Derek Dixon must chase Duke shooters off the line. If UNC plays loose defense on the perimeter, Duke's guards will punish them. The goal is to force Duke into UNC's shot blockers like Vasar and Wilson rather than giving up open threes. And then third and finally, which is right on the money with what just happened in the Syracuse game, play a full 40 minutes, no lapses. UNC has developed a dangerous habit of either starting slow, digging 15-plus point holes, or blowing massive leads late, as we saw in the Syracuse game recently. The strategy is that Duke is just way too efficient to let back into a game if you're able to have a lead. They cannot take their foot off the gas. Conversely, they cannot afford a sluggish first 2 minutes against a Duke offense that ranks top 5 nationally for efficiency. And the key player matchup to watch, Caleb Wilson and Cameron Boozer. This is the headline battle. Prediction and vibe. The Smith Center will be electric with College Gameday in town. If UNC guards can simply contain Duke's three-point shooting, the Tar Heels front court should be able to bully their way to a win in the paint. Now, this is, fairly simple and fairly kind of straightforward, but isn't that basketball at times? Now, there's other things that can obviously happen, and this is why these games are not played on paper. They're played on the court. But low-key AI is saying that UNC should probably win the basketball game. Now, I don't know if I'm going to go on that far of a ledge and say UNC wins the game, but I do think it is it's an interesting matchup for Carolina at the timing of it. I think realistically, what I've told most people, even when looking at the conference play, prior to them dropping those games on the West Coast trip, I thought they would handle that first half pretty easily. It's been very up and down, which is what this team's been all year, is inconsistent. This stretch now, from this point on, that includes Duke twice. It includes Louisville, Clemson, Miami, NC State, Syracuse again, and Pitt, is really where you're going to find out what this team is made of and whether they falter or whether they really kind of buck up. I can see a situation that Carolina wins. I think realistically, it's going to take Duke being somewhat off. Like if Duke does what they do well and Carolina does what they do well, Duke's the better team. They're deeper. They have more rotation. They're a better defensive team. Their offense is better. And we're actually going to do another video. So check our stuff out. We're going to break into the net efficiency ranking on some 4 teams in the country that have really interesting AP versus net ratings. To me, the biggest thing that allows Carolina to stay in the game or even win it is going to be Henry's capability of knocking down the 3-point shot. If he's able to make those pick and pops, it just stretches the floors and allow guys like Caleb Wilson, like Seth Trimble, to use their athleticism, their versatility to get inside the paint, find angles, and get good shots. The more space you can create, the more you can pull Duke out. I know it sounds very simple, but realistically, I think that is the biggest factor. If they don't have to respect Henry from the 3-point shot and they're able to clog the paint in and use their length and versatility to lock down the 3-point line from the outside, I think it's going to be really, really difficult for Carolina. I also, if I was a Carolina fan, would love to see more and more and more of the 4-5 pick and roll that we've seen out of Henry and Caleb. It was there. It disappeared. We saw it a little bit again against Syracuse. I thought it worked really well. And realistically, you've got to to just go in waves at this Duke front line. I think that is the way, that is the area in which you can exploit Duke, is going to be the front court situation. And if you're able to get, like AI said, Patrick Ngongba or Boozer in foul trouble. Now, they do have guys like Sarr and Brown, which are super versatile defenders, and that really gives them 4 basically to Carolina's 2 as far as Henry and Caleb. I think you'll see Sarr on Seth, and you'll kind of see the other 3 guys rotating through between Jared, Henry, and Caleb. But realistically, Carolina's going to have to knock down shots. Henry's going to have that pick and pop available. I think they got to get him into foul trouble. And if you can use that and stick with it and avoid these 30-5 runs that you've given up to Syracuse, I don't even know exactly what the number was. You cannot do that against Duke. It'll be over, right? You've got to have your foot on the gas at all times just to even keep the game within shouting distance. Hopefully you get some guys to knock down shots. Hopefully Duke's maybe a little rattled going on the road, although they have had decent success at UNC in the past few years, and you need Caleb Wilson to have a magical night. But the formula is there, and according to AI, UNC is going to pull up the massive upset. So we'll see what happens, guys. Appreciate you being here. Please hit like on the video. Hit subscribe to enter your name in the portal. We will see you guys on the next one. Thanks.